Masters 25 perfectly represents Magic the Gathering, just not in the way you would expect. Greetings, owners of fine luxury cardboard rectangles, and welcome to my product analysis for Masters 25. Now, as I said, this set perfectly represents the state of Magic as it currently is. The state of Magic is bad, and this set, going into the 25th anniversary, perfectly encapsulates this. This is not a product worth purchasing, and we will go into why. There are a couple of different reasons. Now, in terms of the flavor of the set, the cards they've chosen specifically to represent everything over the years, we're going to do a separate companion piece to address the flavor and some of the aspects of the set that I find enjoyable. But this is a product analysis designed to help you determine if you should buy the product or not. So we're going to look at the basics here. Now, for anybody who doesn't know, the master sets, they come in boxes of 24 packs, right? Not the traditional 36 that you get with a normal booster box. Now, the prices on these are 3 times the regular price of a booster pack. So, for example, booster packs here are $5, Masters packs cost $15. So this is a triple priced product. Bear that in mind, all right? You're paying 3 times the value for it. Now, there are a number of issues I have with the set. One big one is the continuing unaddressed card quality issue. This has been a problem going on for a long time. The last Master set had a lot of card quality errors, and we have seen nothing to indicate that these will be improved. This is going to be an issue again. So any cards in this set are going to be of lower value just because they're printed of lower quality. That automatically happens to these. So they will be worth less than the original printings. Now, when it comes to master sets, they're entirely reprint sets, okay? Everything in the set is all a reprint, and what they've done is they've selected at least 2 cards from each set throughout Magic's history. That is the way that it was built. So they have the ability to reach into every Magic set in terms of what they choose to reprint in this. And this is one of the biggest problems I have. The cards they've elected to reprint in this, there are not enough cards of significant value, and the cards that they have chosen indicate to me their greed. When Iconic Masters came out, I said that it felt to me like Iconic Masters and Masters 25 were designed at the same time, and they made sure to split the value up and that there wouldn't be that much value in the set. Now, Iconic Masters was so bad that they literally came out and apologized for it a week or 2 ago. And they said, but don't worry, Masters 25 is the set you've been waiting for because we listened to your feedback. But the problem is these sets are designed so far back that it's impossible for that to be the case. This set was also designed, Masters 25 was designed with the same mindset as Iconic was, without the ability to respond to feedback yet. So it did indeed turn out to be terrible. There are very few cards of worth in it. The card they chose to make the flagship card, which is the most valuable card that will get everyone hyped, is a Portal 3 Kingdoms card that is currently over $300 for the original, and that's the Imperial Recruiter. Now, this card is going to plummet like a rock. I mean, the value on this card is going to drop. Just look what happened to Mana Drain. Okay, so that's the flagship card. They also did something that I talked about previously, which is really scuzzy, which is they unbanned Jace so that they could push sales of Masters 25. And you can see when they actually did the announcement saying they were unbanning Jace, they mentioned Masters 25 in the ban announcement. They used the ban announcement as an advertisement for Masters 25. They're genuinely concerned. They looked at what happened with Iconic Masters. They realized they made a huge mistake because they're like, what we'll use Mana Drain for Iconic Masters. We'll use Imperial Recruiter. These will be great. They'll get everyone hyped. And then they saw what happened with Iconic Masters and like, oh God, what do we do? And they're like, well, we already put Jace in it. If we unban him, that'll spike his value. So we'll go with that. We'll put out an apology for Iconic Masters. We'll keep all the spoilers under wrap, guys, because what they're really relying on is the hype over the few cards in the set that are worth something being like, oh, let's get a bunch of pre-orders, let's get this locked in, let's get this hype going. They even say in the article where they apologize for Iconic, part of the reason it didn't sell as well is because word got out early. But here's the thing, if you're making a set that's good enough, if word gets out early, that's just going to help your sales. They're charging 3 times the price for a set, and they don't want you to know what's in it. Now, these sets don't cost more to develop, they cost less to develop. You don't have to create a development team, you don't need a playtesting team, you're literally just going back through reprints. And they're eyeing cards that are worth specific amounts of money, but only putting a few in. What they're trying to do is figure out the magic amount of money to put into one of these sets that will sell them without giving away too much so they can do Masters into infinity. When they made the first Master set, You could open booster packs and just the uncommons in there would give you your value for the packs, and the packs were worth $7. The packs of the first Masters were so incredibly crammed with value that it was amazing. It was one of the most incredible things they've ever done. But now what they're trying to do is they're trying to have an ongoing series of reprint sets where they barely give you anything and charge you 3 times the price of a normal Magic set. I mean, Conspiracy is a set that they designed to be played in draft and everything like that. They're going to charge you $5 a pack for. Battle Bond, the set that's coming out, 2-headed giant runner, $5 a pack. This set full of reprints, $15 a pack. Why? It's based on the value of the cards that are in it. How do those cards get to that value? By being desirable, by being played in Magic. What keeps those prices high? Them being hard to get. How do you keep them hard to get? You don't increase the supply by very much. So you don't make many and you only choose a few cards to reprint. And you can see how they've done this with the Master sets where they reprinted Tarmogoyf, Vendilion Clique, and things like Dark Confidant multiple times through these Master sets already. Well, they're at it again. They're reprinting Vendilion Clique and they're reprinting the Chalice of the Void as well. These are, like, you don't even see them going for... There are other choices that you could use. Crucible of the Worlds, other cards that people would prefer to have. But my bet is they went, you know what, we can save them for future sets. They are literally trying to give you as little as possible. These sets are not worth the money. You're paying 3 times the normal Magic price for a lottery system where roughly 10 to 15 at most of the cards that you can get out of the packs are going to be worth more than what you paid. So they're doing this to keep the price floor high on these singles. The president of Wizards of the Coast goes on financial Reddits. They're they like to play this game where they go, we don't care about the secondary market. We'll do whatever. And it's like, no, you won't. You pay very much attention to it and you try and maintain the value of those cards. You look at it and go, what can we print that we can now go, look, this set's worth $15. It doesn't cost them any more to print these cards. A $100 reprint of a card that's gone up in value doesn't cost more to print than a common from a brand new set, guys. There's no difference there, except they didn't have to pay the artist or playtest for the card. So in effect, the reprints are cheaper. They cost the same to print and have no development time put into them or prepaid development time, depending on how you want to look at it. So they have gotten incredibly greedy. The variation of value in this set is horrific. There's going to be a lot of bad feels when you crack open this pack. If you're somebody who just likes collecting, knock yourself out. But honestly, this set is as bad as Iconic Masters was. You do not want to purchase this product. This is a huge thumbs down for me. In terms of the flavor, we'll talk about that in another video because I may have a different verdict, but the flavor does not weigh into the fact that there's a massive cash grab. You're basically going to lose opening every pack, and on top of that, and this is the worst part, the card quality is going to be abysmal. And for anybody who doesn't know, Wizards of the Coast track prints to ensure that you get fewer copies of the better cards, and they ensure that you will get more copies of the worst cards they know will be worth less money. And some of the mythics they put in this set are abysmally low in value. So again, this is an absolutely avoid, stay away, don't even bother buying a pack of this stuff. It's an absolute dumpster fire. So, thanks for coming by. See you guys.